So today is August 28th, and I've missed the last day or two. And so I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I left you hanging, but here I am again. Yes, it's been Friday and Saturday night. I've been really busy hanging out with Sakiria, my best friend, and, just enjoying life, enjoying time that I have with her, but enjoying time with my life and who I am and where I've come from, and just being okay with where I am. And one thing I'm going to talk about right now is just how much we're attached to how we show up in our lives and how what other people think about us and how we show up. And I think I've talked about this before, but being in a place of detachment, being in a place of love and freedom, and even though I wasn't able to connect with you guys the last day or two, still showing up today and being okay that today is the day that I showed up. And whether it's you or whether it's other people you think of in business, and you're like, oh, they would never miss a meeting, or they would never miss this, or you know when we're truly happy with ourselves and we truly love ourselves, it doesn't matter what happens to us externally, because we know we're always going to be provided for, we're always going to be taken care of. And whether you call it universe, God, light source, energy, it's always abundant. It always has things to provide for us. So even though I wasn't able to connect with you guys for the last day or two, I am here today to connect with you. And by going through what I have been the last day or two, and I'm not talking about something hard, I'm talking about something that I got to enjoy my life. I got to enjoy my time, my space, my freedom, and I got to enjoy my company, because you guys all know Sakiria. She's my partner. She's amazing. She's everything. And just being with her really sets up the mood of how I am and who I am. And it's not dependent on her, but I just want to share with you that when you get to a space, when you get to the space where you love yourself unconditionally, you'll understand what I'm talking about when I say she's my partner. You'll know what unconditional love truly is. Having no conditions on love is freeing, not just for her, but also for me. And not just for me, but also for her. And not just for us, but also for you. Unconditional love is just something that sets you free, because then you don't need to say that this person needs to be this X, Y, or Z, or A, B, and C in order to get your love. They can show up however they want to show up, and you will love them regardless. And it's the same thing with you. However you show up, someone in the world, and definitely not just one person, but we'll just stick with one person at this time. Someone in the world out of 8 billion people loves you for you just being who you are. Can you believe that that's good enough? It is good enough. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling to know that, for example, I can just show up the way I am, and people are going to either like it or they're not. But that's not for me to decide. And so I'm going to bring it on you for a second, because I've heard this over and over and over. If I just change this, or she wanted, or they wanted me to change this and that, and if I just did that. And then I ask you the question, well, why didn't you? Because your heart does not want to change. Your heart doesn't want you to change who you are for someone else. Do you know how hard it is to live a life where you have to be someone else to make someone else happy? If you were in a relationship that you went through that, that's exactly how you feel. Difficult, hard, challenging, uncomfortable. You don't have to go that way. You don't have to continue being someone you're not to please someone else. Can you be okay being by yourself, knowing that the only person you truly need is you? Can you? Can you sit there and honestly say, I love to be by myself? I love to be alone. It doesn't mean that you have to be alone the rest of your life. It just means you have to be comfortable with yourself. And I'll tell you something. How can you attract the soulmate, the person you really want, if you can't even be with yourself? If you can't even love yourself? How? How can you give love to someone else if you can't even give love to yourself? If you want to change for someone else, you are not loving yourself because you're saying, I don't love myself enough. So I'm going to change who I am to make someone else happy. That's what we help with. We help you to find out, remember who you are inside so you don't have to give up your heart anymore. And I know today was supposed to be about some topic or whatever, but I just felt like going into this. I just felt like sharing with you what is going on right now, what the reality is that I'm going through, what I'm learning about myself, what I'm going through, what I'm sharing with you. And at the same time, letting you know that you don't have to give yourself away to make someone else happy. That's fluff. And that's a nice term that I put to what I think. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Again, just want you to know that you don't have to give yourself away to make someone else happy. Okay. So happy Sunday. We will see you tomorrow on Monday. And thank you. Thank you for coming out. All right. See you guys.